Yo, what is good, guys? Harry here, and today I'm breaking down my creative strategy going into 2023 and how I'm kind of running Facebook ads for clothing brands in 2023. This is kind of an overview of how we're testing products really quickly because 80% of your results will be dictated by your actual product and 20% will be from your ad creative. So this will give you an overview of how we find winning products really quickly and then how we scale those winning products and find loads of winning ad creatives. Now, this strategy would definitely work if you've got more SKUs on your website. So if you've got a lot more products, and definitely works for bigger clothing brands. You can see I've got MDV as an example here that use this type of strategy. But I use this on the clothing brands that I work with, and it gets really, really good results. And also the main thing of this, it's a really easy way to not waste a load of money on influencers, ad creatives, and not see the return that you want. So this skips out all of that, basically. So yeah, guys, let's hop into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give like a brief overview of like the whole thing first, and then I'm going to go through and break down each individual thing because I know it'll be a longer video, and if you want like the overview of it, then I'll do it in the first 30 seconds so you have all the information there. But if you want to stay for longer and kind of watch the whole thing, that's cool as well. All right, so when we're going into a new ad account, if the client hasn't got product market fit already, that is the first thing we find because product market fit will dictate most of your results, especially in clothing. If people like your product, they'll buy it. So how do we find product market fit? So we use catalog ads, and this is a feature on Facebook that just allows us to basically test different products at a mass scale. And then if that catalog ad is performing well, we'll then go onto this stage right here. But if the catalog ad does not perform well, we go back to product market fit. So we keep on testing those individual products until we find it. So once we found it, and the data will be showing that on your Google Analytics or your dashboard, or even the breakdown by product ID on Facebook, we then turn that bestseller into a GIF, almost like a slideshow of your bestsellers to help lower the CPMs on Facebook and give you a better cost of advertising. And then by this stage, what you'll have is kind of 20% of your products making up 80% of your results. So you'll have some sort of winning product that is getting really good results, and that will be again reflected on your Shopify dashboard in your sales, where most of the sales are coming from in terms of product. We then turn that best performing product into pictures of models wearing it, influencers wearing it, really anything showing the product being worn is the next stage we take it to. Now, if the product carries on working there, we then put it in different types of environments, so more like lifestyle images. And then you can test out basically what background works the best with your audience. Maybe it's clean looking background like this image right here. Maybe it's a place that's a part of your customer's lifestyle. That could also work really well. And then moving on to the final stage, I should have a good bit of scale here. You should definitely know which product is working the best. You then create user-generated content, and you get influencers to do this, or you can shoot the user-generated content yourself. And this has more virality to it, which again lowers your cost on Facebook, resulting in higher return on ad spend, lower cost per acquisition. And then after that, it's literally a simple case of repeating the process if the product runs out of steam. So as I said, giving you a brief overview, now I'm going to go more into detail and kind of how we look for the best sellers. So kicking it off, product market fit. The only thing that really matters that your product is resonating with the audience. And you can tell this because if you've ran like, let's say puffer jackets, for example, and you've targeted something like North Face on Facebook, you get a better return on ad spend. So people that are interested in North Face are normally interested in puffer jackets. Now, targeting isn't as good as that anymore, but the concept's still there. You need to carve out a niche audience that really likes your product. And if you can't find product market fit in catalogs, chances are you're not going to find it in ad creatives. I would never skip from this part here all the way down to here. This is what a lot of people do. They go from just starting out. They're like, oh, I need influencers to wear it and run ads through there and just go here. But they don't know if the product actually works. So I would always start here and then test out on catalogs first. So yeah, as I said, going into the catalogs, there's a couple of ways you can do catalogs. You can do it by like collection. You can do it by like your 5 or 10 bestsellers. What I'd recommend when you're using catalogs on Facebook ads is to have one with all your products, one with your bestsellers, and then one with your new arrivals. New arrivals should be consistently on if you're kind of getting new products into your store. So you're basically constantly testing that product market fit, seeing what clothing is resonating with the market. And you can see with MDV right here, they've got puffer jackets lined up. You can probably tell that that ad does well, even though it's a still image. And another thing is Facebook, basically with catalogs, it's going to find product market fit with you. If you've got all your products in the catalog, it will then kind of pick out the right audience for the right product. It's pretty powerful nowadays, especially with Advantage Plus and stuff like that. It makes it a lot easier. So is the catalog ad performing well? Now, there's a couple of different metrics you're looking at right here. So there's obviously your profitability, so your return on ad spend. Most clothing brands that I've seen, to be in return on ad spend profitable, they need to be over like a 3x return on ad spend. 2x doesn't really cut it with fees. It might seem good that you're making like double your money, but 3x realistically is just over break even. Now, that's pretty good sign that you got product market fit. If you're getting a 3x return on ad spend with the catalogs, the reason being is you can improve on that 3x return on ad spend. Also, just going back to the first point of catalogs, if you don't know how to set up catalogs, just type it into YouTube. It's really simple. It should integrate with your Shopify store regardless. So yeah, as I was saying, over 3x return on ad spend, or whatever kind of your profit margins is, work out your break even point. And then if you're kind of either breaking even or over, then that product's, I would say, good to go, getting consistent daily purchases. And if it's not, then it's not going to work. Now, for products I've seen for clothing brands, it either works or it doesn't. Like, there's no really in between. People even like the product. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like if I see a product I like on Instagram or from an ad from a clothing brand, like I'm more than likely going to buy it. As long as it's not like £700. People want that like instant hit of like changing their style, looking better, being more confident, and clothing does give that to a lot of people. So if it's no, as I said, just go back to here and test out some more products. But if yes, and you've got good return on ad spend, might be still low budget, but it's fine, getting the good consistent sales, you want to see which product is selling the best. Now, this is very important. Now, what you do is you go into the ad creative part of the ads manager, and then you can break it down by product ID. If you go in breakdowns and then product ID. Now, this is not going to tell you exactly where the purchase come from. It's annoying that it doesn't. I wish Facebook did, but you'll see where Facebook has spent most of the money. So if it's your puffer jacket, as Facebook spent all the money on, and then you check your Shopify dashboard and it's reflecting that as well, it means that the puffer jacket is the best seller out of all the products that you may have tested. Now, Google Analytics is also a great tool to check this out, as it has all the product overviews, but you'll know, because you'll be fulfilling the stock and stuff like that. You'll know which product's selling a lot from ads. So turning the bestseller carousel into a GIF is optional. It's not, I don't do this every time, and it really relies on how well this ad here works, because this right here, catalogs, carousels, they are going to be the highest cost on Facebook, because Facebook doesn't really want you to have like straight up ads. They want stuff to be engaging. Like, they are still a social media platform, and a carousel, catalog ad, dynamic product ads, whatever you want to call them, don't really engage the consumer. They might like the product, but it's not really there for social. It's there for people to just buy. So if you turn it into video or like a GIF style slideshow, this will lower the CPM, so cost of advertising, resulting in probably a lower cost of purchase and a higher return on ad spend. So great, you've got, now at this point, what you want to do is kind of double down on your best performing. As I said, 80% of your results are going to come from 20% of your products. I see a lot of the time clothing brands, like, they have like multiple, they'll have a product that's working, and then they'll like use another product, or not even clothing brands, to be fair, like agencies running the ad account. What they'll do is, like, the first thing I do is just look at the product they're running. Like, the first mistake I see is the agency has been running products that have never sold in the past, like ever. And I'm just there like, well, of course your ads aren't working now. Like, these products don't work. Like, ads is all about repeating successful actions. So if you've got a product that's worked, chances are it'll work for a very long time. And then what people do is they see it drop off, but it's more of a drop off of an ad creative rather than the product. And it allows you to manage stock way better if you're focusing on a couple of products. So we then take those best performing products and we test out kind of model style images rather than flat lays. So we'll have like influencers, maybe models, maybe just models off the website, maybe do a little shoot in that product. Anything can kind of change it up, see if it gets better results. 9 out of 10 times it does. So you can kind of see here, flat lays, and then here you've got the model, and you can kind of tell that that puffer there is working well, exceptionally well. And then what you want to do is, this is when you're getting into like the scaling phase on it. So you've probably got quite a bit of budget going through this product right now. So you want to then change the backgrounds of the product, see what resonates better with Facebook, see what makes it more engaging, see what makes it more eye-catching, little tweaks to optimize it and lower that CPA, get higher return on ad spend. See what kind of backgrounds just resonates with your audience. Basically, it could be the clean aesthetic kind of look, or it could be like the daily life type of look. And a lot of the time you will notice a high click-through rate on these, which is good because it means you're driving more traffic. Not that click-through rate are hugely correlated to return on ad spend, but if you know the product works, you want to get that click-through rate as high as possible. Now going on to the final kind of video content. Now, this is user-generated content. So this is like more of the organic feel. Maybe it's customers wearing the product. Maybe it's influencers that you sent the product. But what I would do here, and what I've seen work quite well, is shoot the first bits of UGCs yourself or get a friend to shoot it. Test those ads and then find a script or a structure that works. And then once you've found like a script or a structure that works for UGC, I would then hand that script off to influencers. The reason being is because, sure, it will have more of an organic feel if you don't give influencers a script or a structure to go by the video, but a lot of influencers don't know how to make ad creatives. They know how to make like organic posts, but it's got like no call to action, and it generally doesn't convert that well. Like, it might look cool, but it doesn't work so well on ads. People just watch it and then scroll past it. They don't buy off of it. So you need to find some sort of UGC viral video that will kind of that you've kind of tested yourself, and then you give that structure to an influencer, and then you rinse and repeat with loads of different influencers. And at this stage, you should have a lot of ad creatives, and you didn't like fork out loads of money to get influencers to wear it and then not work on ads. And then you want to keep on kind of repeating this system or scaling, like sort of this second part here, until you think you've kind of saturated the market a little bit. It'd be very hard to, if you've got quite a broad general product, it'd be very hard to saturate the market. But what a lot of people do is they think, oh, it's been a couple of months, I think this product's not working, let me move on to a different product. But in reality, it's just an ad creative problem. Get some more ad creative. And if you keep on doing that and it's still not working, then all you realistically got to do is go right back up to here and then test those. But ideally, you're testing these alongside with like new arrivals and stuff like that, and then you can put it through the system again. So yeah, guys, this is pretty cool stuff. I'm going to leave this below if you do want it, just free. You can make a copy of it. You can keep it for the future. But this is like a standard operating procedure we use, and I thought it'd be helpful for you guys. So yeah, guys, any question, comment below. And I've got a really long, my next video is going to be like probably an hour long. So I'm kind of lacking content at the moment. I'll be super busy. I'm running a lot of ad accounts at the moment, but my next content will be like probably well over an hour, and it'll probably be like everything I've learned probably over the last like 4 years maybe, and how I'm running ads for probably the next couple of years, and where I see the market going, that type of thing. So it'll be a bit of a banger, to be fair, and it'll probably be one of my last videos for a while. Peace, guys.